Bloom's Digital Taxonomy. Bloom's Digital Taxonomy is a framework that adapts Benjamin Bloom's original taxonomy of educational objectives to the digital age. It provides a structure for designing digital learning activities that promote higher order thinking skills. It outlines 6 cognitive levels, starting from basic recall to complex creation. By using this taxonomy, educators can create engaging and effective digital learning experiences that challenge students to think critically, solve problems, and produce innovative work. What is taxonomy? Taxonomy is like a system of organizing things into groups based on their similarities. It's like sorting your clothes by color or type. In science, it's used to classify plants, animals, and other organisms. It helps us understand how different things are related to each other. What is Bloom's taxonomy? Bloom's taxonomy is a specific system of classification on use in education. It categorizes educational objectives into 6 levels of cognitive complexity ranging from simple recall to complex creation. These levels are: first is remembering, recalling information from memory. Next is understanding, comprehending the meaning of information. Third is applying, using knowledge in new situations, then analyzing, breaking down information into parts to understand relationships, evaluating, judging the value of information, and then last creating, generating new ideas or products. By understanding Bloom's taxonomy, educators can design learning activities that challenge students at different levels of thinking and promote deeper understanding.
This model is developed in 1950s by educational psychologist Benjamin Bloom to understand and evaluate the learning process. Its main objective is to change students' behavior concerning their learning experiences. So, Bloom's taxonomy, created in 1950s by Benjamin Bloom, help understand and evaluate learning. Its goal is to improve students' learning experiences and behavior through structured objectives in cognitive, affective, and psychomotor domains. So next is learning processing. Before we can understand a concept, we have to remember it. Before we can apply the concept, we must understand it. Before we analyze it, we must able to apply it. Before we can evaluate its impact, we must have to analyze it. Before we can create, we must have remember, understood, apply, analyze, and evaluate. Learning is a step-by-step process. First, we must remember a concept to understand it. Then, we must understand it to apply it. After applying, we can analyze it. Once analyzed, we can evaluate its impact. Finally, after mastering all these steps, we can create something new.
Bloom's digital taxonomy helps design activities and assessments that challenge students to move from the most basic skills, memorizing, to higher order thinking skills or research. Bloom's digital taxonomy is a framework that categorizes different levels of cognitive skills required for learning. It guides educators in designing activities and assessments, and that gradually progress from simple recall and memorization tasks to more complex tasks involving critical thinking, analysis, evaluation, and creation. By using taxonomy, educators can ensure that students are engaged in meaningful learning, experience that promote deeper understanding and higher order thinking skills.
Bloom's Taxonomy of Learning. The original version of Bloom's taxonomy was published in 1956. It was created by Benjamin Bloom, which is the knowledge, comprehension, application, analysis, synthesis, and evaluation, while the revised Bloom's taxonomy was made by Bloom's student, which is Anderson and Krathwohl. He published in 2001, which is the knowledge, comprehension, application, analysis, evaluation, and creating. Bloom's Taxonomy, Cognitive Domain 2001. which is remembering, understanding, applying, analyzing, evaluating, and creating. On level number 1, remembering, the learner is able to recall, restate, and remember learned information. Questions start from what, where, how, and why, whose answer can be retrieved, recognized, and recalled are fall under remembering. Level number 2, understanding, comprehension. The learning grasps the meaning of the information may interpreting and translating what has been learned. Level number 3, applying. The learning makes use of the acquired knowledge, facts, techniques, and rules in a different way. Level number 4, analyzing. The learner breaks the learned information into its parts, determining how the parts relate to, interrelate to one another, to an overall structure and purpose through differentiating, organizing, and attributing. Level number 5, evaluating. The learner makes decisions based on reflection, criticism, assessment through checking, critique. Level number 6, creating. The learner creates new ideas and information, use what have previously learned. On Bloom's taxonomy consists of 6 cognitive levels: knowledge, comprehension, application, analysis, synthesis, and evaluation. It emphasizing moving from basic recall and understanding to more complex skills like problem solving, creating new ideas, and making judgment. Level number 1 is the knowledge, recalling facts, terms, and basic concepts. This level involves simple memorization and recall of information. Level number 2 is comprehension, understanding and explaining ideas or concepts. It includes interpreting, summarizing, and paraphrasing informations. Level number 3, applications. Using information in new situation, this level involves applying knowledge to solve problems or perform tasks. Level number 4, analysis. Breaking down information into parts to examine relationships. It involves identifying patterns, causes, and connections between concepts. Level number 5, synthesis, combining elements to form a new structure or pattern. This level involves creating new ideas in integrating various pieces of informations. Level number 6, evaluation. Making judgment based on criteria and standards. It requires assessing the value or quality of information based on evidence and reasoning.
Bloom's Digital Taxonomy. In 2008, Andrew Churches created a version called Bloom's Digital Taxonomy, adding verbs that address forms of learning and creating that reflect the digital age. In 2008, Andrew Churches updated Bloom's taxonomy to fit the digital world. He added new actions words that describe how we learn and create using technology like blogging, tweeting, and video editing. This helps teachers understand how digital tools can be used in education.
Now, in Bloom's taxonomy, we're having a lots and hats, which is meaning lots is a lower order thinking skills, and hats is the higher order thinking skills. Now, let's focus on the lots. The lots is a having a three components, which is remembering, understanding, applying, which is in remember, right? Just like I said, remember, it's a type of recalling the facts, informations, definitions, concepts of a topic that you know. And the next one is understanding. Well, if you remember, next you develop to understand what you're remembering, which is the definition. What is the meaning of the definition that you're in the discussions, right? So it's a combination. Next is applying. Well, I think applying is like a transitional to higher order thinking skills, but applying is a level student to gain a new situation or to solve a problem. Well, in applying, which is apply, you need to apply what you know in your study. And the next one, that's what a false or lower order thinking skills. You remember, you understand, and you apply. Right? So, well, basically, that's the cycle that you need to do. But in higher order thinking skills, they say that the one is analyzing. But analyzing, you need to analyze your situation to understand what the problem that you're having right now. That's why it's a part of higher order thinking skills. The next one is evaluating. Well, in evaluating, the students make judgment about value of information, ideas, or methods based on established criteria. Well, one of the example of these, the students' effectiveness a scientific experiment or judging the quality of an argument. They analyze. Well, let's see. They're analyzing the situation. It's what happened, what happened in the problem. And the second one is they're evaluating what they need to do in that a particular situation. That's why they are a higher order thinking skills. And the last one of this is creating. With the types of creating, we say that it's easy because we're just to create what's on our mind. But in a Bloom's taxonomy, creating is a higher order thinking skills because you need to develop your thinking as well. You need to focus on your ideas. Having ideas is not an easy. It's a higher order thinking skills to create. Because to be able to create, you need to always solve what's the problem, what you need to do, or what you need to evaluate of your ideas. What ideas is my ideas were able to make it, or my analysis and my idea is what enough, right? Okay, for the last slides, the process of the questions are to what we're able to know that is a lower order thinking skills or the higher order thinking skills. The next one is remember. I said remember to recall. To recall who wrote the Romeo and Juliet. You just need to know the author, just to remember who's the author, right? What are the three states of matter? Definition. The what are the three states of matter? Or what is the definition of photosynthesis? The definition of photosynthesis. What is the capital of France? What? What? It's just to answer a what or who. It's just to remember. Just to remember. The next one about this is the understanding. What is the comprehension? What's the meaning? Explain in your own words how the water cycle works. Explain. Describe the main idea of the story we read in class today. Right? Or how would you explain gravity to your younger child? Well, in terms of but for me, that's I think it's one of the difficult just to explain to your younger child because you need to give the meaningful to deeper and deeper to know them. To give them to able to for them to understand, right? And understanding, as I said, to understand, understanding. Right. The next one is applying.